Yesterday, a constable, what was his name, Duncan McGregor, showed up, acting gay, spraying his mace in the air, same as before. Mike Wheeler makes you scream like a girl. Well, it's a little out of hand, I think. You don't know how stressful it is, being in poverty for 12 years and starving to death. Another fucking stupid cop. Sorry, the words. You have to go see a doctor, he says. I said, are you a PhD in psychology? No, he said, shaking his head. Then don't tell me I need to see a doctor. This is our attitude of the RCMP and social services. That all fucking people go up to the hospital and get chemical or lobotomies. So they sit there and need a caregiver so a caregiver can have a job. And then you got to sit there and starve for the rest of your life. Discrimination. They don't want to help and protect people. But they got a thing called child abuse. Neglected necessities, proper safe environment, and proper necessities, which being 3 meals a day, clothing, housing, and a good environment. Well, poverty don't have that. Hey, neglect to poverty. Wow, by the government. Wow. Guess what? They don't want it to hit court because they don't all want to lose their jobs. They don't want to be in charge for wartime acts. They don't want to be charged for intent to harm knowingly. It's going to cause bodily harm, psychologically and physically. Meanwhile, they've already drained the blood, put a chemical into a human body that causes heart attacks, diabetes, starvation, fatness, loss of testosterone level, loss of drive of life to do anything because they have no physical ability to defend themselves because their testosterone is so low and their brain is shut off. Highly stressful. Well, intent to harm knowingly. You're a criminal in the government. Therefore, you should stand down from your jobs. The PM of Canada has been told many times already by my emails, which I sent him personally and on his Facebook. And Omar says, oh, what's your fucking problem? I just said, leave me alone, Omar, if you don't want to read all the stuff that's on there. Well, it's pretty sad. They call this government, and they call it, what do you call it? Protection, equally. Well, if you want to talk to me, and guess what? A doctor won't even go to the court of law. You know why? They don't want to talk in front of a judge and jury and explain why they have to harm poverty, because they're discriminating too, and they're really assassins hurting people who are less impoverished. Like I said about in the past, about privatization. It's all a game of discrimination, who they want to hire and who they don't, because, oh, we don't have enough money to hire somebody else. Biggest problem in the whole fucking world, isn't it? Pretty sad, eh? Countdown to my life being ended. So far, every homeless person around here seems to die. You know what? There is no heaven. Period. There is no God. God's in your own head and in your own mind, and you're not going to ever create it. And there's no such thing as a Savior that runs up and says, boom, at the last second, oh, here, we'll help you. I think everything's going to be hunky-dory. Damage is already done. You created the problem. It's done. Intent to harm knowingly. It doesn't make up because I gave you a scenario on somebody coming in and going postal on you. This is postal right now. It doesn't make up that you go around making slanderous lies about people sitting in the park too. By giving them a minimum wage job and making them live in the same society ever, where they're too stressed out to live, where everybody's a faker and an actor, and cause you harm for 12 years wherever you go, and just a bunch of bullshit. Psychological crap. If there's no safe haven in this world other than destruction of property, which is mischief, making your country unusable because you might be an international terrorist attacking Canadian citizens, intending to harm our structure of society, or whatnot it might be, or an individual causing harm. So another culture can try to overrule them, or country. Well, it's pretty fucking sad and pretty fucking obvious. There's no individual rights in society if you don't follow the laws equally and fairly outside the thing. No matter who you are, what color you are, what age you are, or what race you are, or what religion you are. Plain and fucking simple. If the cops can't follow their own laws in their own books, I guess they're not cops that take these 12 months or 6-month crash courses on how to be law enforcement. Super big man, eh? Big man scenario. They take a 6-month crash course at depot, and what do they come out to be? Superman in their brains. Know-it-alls. Just like the constable that shows up again. Oh, you need to go see a fucking doctor. They're not doctors. A doctor wants to explain why he has to do a surgical procedure to somebody that'll cause harm for them for the rest of their lives, and there's no antidote. They have to take it to the court of law, not by showing up. You'll never find a waiver in your life me signing that off. Just like the United States, if you have no money to see a doctor, you wouldn't go see one. But who knows? Probably dead next.